All right, Shalom, Yasharala. I'm going to start out by giving infinite honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Hara Kakadash. I want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shah, pushing this truth out the four winds. Shalom to you, brothers. All right, we as brothers, man, we occupied in prophecy, and we're elated that we see one of the centerpieces of prophecy coming to pass, man, that Russian bear stepping into his role in end of time prophecy. And the elders have told us, I seen Elder Gabar do a video, hey man, the end is not yet. All right. We got a lot of other things that has to come to pass, man. All right. That silver unrest, it hasn't hit full throttle. You see the genesis of these things happening, man. You see birth pains of silver unrest, birth pains of hyperinflation, but it's not hyped up where it's going to get. Yes, it's getting high. The gas prices is rising, but it's going to get to the place where you can't afford it. We talking about $50 a gallon. All right, it's going to get up that fucking high. It's going to get to the point where a loaf of bread, according to Revelation, the 6th chapter, all right, that motherfucker is going to be $30 a loaf, all right? These are the times we're living in, all right? We happy when we see these prophecies jumping off the book, but hey, we got to stay focused. Don't jump the gun. This is Matthew 24, verse 6. Then I'm going to scroll down after I get it. Okay? And it reads, and you should hear wars and rumors of wars. And it reads, be not troubled, for all these things must come, but the end is not yet. All right? We're in a time of rumors of wars. All right? You got China over there. They're looking at Taiwan and saying, look, we want a piece of you. Russia, I don't know why everybody mad at Russia. Russia just going to get what's theirs, what was originally theirs. Okay? And then you got America and NATO threatening Russia with sanctions, was ultimately going to start a world war, but they don't understand prophecy, because what the scriptures say, Russia ain't worried about no motherfucking sanction. They say they're not going to regard silver or gold. They just gonna want blood. So they don't give a fuck about a sanction. But the simple fact you're doing this and trying to cripple their economies and stop their people from making their livelihood, that's an act of war. Okay, so all these rumors of war. And in the times we're living in, hey, during that time, the end is not yet. Because guess what? It's going to be some hell and hot water in this motherfucker. Let me skip down to verse 21. Okay? This is verse 21. Press go. All right, this is verse 21. And it reads, for then there shall be great tribulation. All right. Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. So a time is coming. All right. I'm going to read verse 22. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So something's coming to the earth to the point that it is the tribulation is going to come has never been seen since the earth been in rotation and men have been walking on the planet Earth. And it's had famines. You've had world wars where millions and millions of people have died. You have tyrants that have subdued their nations and starved whole nations. You have pestilence that have wasted whole land masses, okay? But our Heavenly Father said in this final hour, something's going to happen that you've never seen before. And he said, and if I didn't intervene, he said, no frog, lion, tiger, bear, human being, anything that has to breathe in oxygen would live, okay? All right, so that means something we haven't seen in this modern time is going to happen. And when you read through the lines and see the things that are going on in this final hour, hey, Hollywood is always making these fucking zombie apocalypse movies, man. All right, Hollywood just keep doing them back to back to back to back, and they've been doing it since the 50s. They always make these movies about spaceships coming in our atmosphere. We know what the spaceships are. All right, they're not making them for nothing. They don't keep making E.T. and Star Wars and War of the Worlds and the movie with Will Smith, Independence Day. They're not making these movies for nothing. All right, the elites, the powers to be, know what's coming down the pipe. They know, NASA knows that the chariots are the angels of the Yahweh Shem Shai, the servants of Yahweh Shem Shai. They know that. They're predictive programming the inhabitants of the earth, the Goyim, whom they call it. So when these outer this world extraterrestrial beings start showing themselves, all right, you've been programmed all your life to look at them as the enemy. Okay. So when we transfer over to the zombie apocalypse, why do they keep doing it? Why do they keep doing it? All right, I'm about to go through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai and say and show it's not far-fetched to believe. So I'm gonna start off and let me make sure I'm on here. All right, I'm gonna start off and read this excerpt. All right. All right, and this from Observations Opinion. Okay. And this is from a bunch of scientists that came together, all right, who've been muted, who've been put on mute, and they studied this 5G technology, and this is the conclusions they came to, all right? The telecommunications industry and their experts have accused many scientists who have researched the effects of cell phone radiation for fear-mongering, all right? Now, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Let me get that precept, all right? We know how this devil get down, okay? He makes evil good and good evil, all right? So if you ever hear somebody come out against him and speak out against him, he demonizes them, all right? This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should gain advantage of us. And the way Satan gets an advantage of the inhabitants of the earth, he feeds them lies, philosophy. All right. He darkens their mindsets where they can't think critically or analytically. That's how he gets an advantage of you. He force feeds you his wicked wine. For we're not ignorant of his devices. And one of his devices is when somebody comes out telling the truth and exposing his lies, he demonizes them. Okay, that's how he gets down. All right. So when you see these scientists coming out telling the truth, he say they're pushing fear. They're fear mongering. All right. All right. He's saying these things that they're saying can't be proved. They're fear mongering. Okay. This is what he do. All right. Over the advent of wireless technologies, 5G. Okay. Since much of our research is publicly funded, all right, these are scientists that have went and did the research on their own to see the effects of 5G. We believe it is our ethical responsibility, all right? So they have a code of ethics. These are men that say, all right, we're going to tell the people the truth. We're not going to lie to them, all right? So these are guys that have a form of integrity, all right? It is our ethical responsibility to inform the public what the peer-reviewed scientific literature tells us about the health risks from wireless radiation, okay? I'm going to skip down to the point and show you what the effects that they say these things happen. They happen with this 5G technology, all right? All right, here go the point I want to convey. I got a bunch of clips I want to bring out. All right. Now, citing this large body of research, more than 214 scientists who have published peer-reviewed research on biological and health effects of non-ionizing electromagnetic fields signed the International EMF Scientists Appeal. So these guys appealed not to let this 5G technology come out, which calls for stronger exposure limits. The appeal makes the following assertions. Numerous recent publications have shown that EMF affects living organisms as well below most international and national guidelines, all right? And one of the things that they say, they've been killing the birds in the air with these electromagnetic fields, and they've been killing all the bees. We don't see the bees anymore because the bees have these antennas on their forehead, and they're electrical, all right? And these electromagnetic waves have been wiping them out, all right? And Esau, what does he do? He say, oh, man, these are conspiracy theories nuts, all right? But when you say, well, where are the fucking bees? Because you can't tell me shit. All right. My cognitive function ain't fucked up. When I grew up, I got stung by motherfucking bees all the fucking time. All right. I was a kid that was out in the field like Esau. I went in the woods. I played. All right. I fucked with wasp nests and did all that shit. We used to see bees everywhere. We don't see bees nowhere where I grew up. They are gone. We don't see the motherfuckers nowhere. So what are we to do? Believe what they say on TV or believe something that makes sense? Some logical that is being said, okay? Because Americans are taught they're nothing but useless consumers that have been bewitched by the government, okay? The appeal makes the following assertions. Numerous recent scientific publications have shown that EMF affects living organisms as well as below most international and national guidelines, and us humans are living organisms. Effects include increased cancer risk. All right. Cancer is $1 billion business here in America, and everybody has it. My mother just had it. My baby mama just had it. I'm talking about recently. And it took my uncles out. It's not a family. We talking crossing racial barriers. In America, this is a cancerous society. Cancer, it rules the day in this motherfucker. It excels in this motherfucker. All right. Cellular stress increases in harmful free radicals and genetic damages. All right. Now you have this rumor about Courvoisier 19, which is not a rumor. All right, because you have scientists coming out saying that the Courvoisier 19 fucks with it also damages your DNA. It fucks with your genetics, okay? And all of these things come together, all right? Structural and functional changes of the reproductive system, learning and memory deficits. And when you look at these children nowadays, man, who keep phones and always on video games, these electrical things, man, these kids are dumb nowadays, all right? These kids nowadays, they can't remember telephone numbers like we used to. And when you go to a public school system, when I was in the public school system, all right, I went to private schools too. I did go to private schools. But when I went in the public school system, it's like Chris Rock said on one of his stand-up comedy things. He said, man, you can't tell me shit. When you go to a school here in America, you got 5 smart, 5 dumb, and the other 20, 25 in the class are a nation in the middle, C students. He said you got 5 dumb, all they make is D's and F's. He said you got 5 that all they do is make is nothing but A's. And he said the most of the students in the class are C students. Nowadays, man, when you look at these classrooms now, everybody having D's and F's in the public school system where Jake wrote, the Israelites go to school. All right. And it all has where it says in the book of Daniel that knowledge should be increased. It's not increasing when it comes to the youth. All right. The knowledge that has been increased, all right, is this technology. But this technology is a curse because nobody even using the increased knowledge the right way to find out the truth of the scriptures. Okay. And it says structural and functional changes of the reproductive system, learning and memory deficit, neurological disorders, and negative impacts on general well-being in humans. Damage goes way beyond the human race as there are growing evidence of harmful effects to both plant and animal. See, they saying these radio waves even kill plants, man. because plants are living organisms. Okay? Now let's show all this shit, this Cavassier 19 and all of the, what Esau say, the conspiracy theories, everything he always called conspiracy theories, most of the time they're true. All right? All right? So that's what they say about this 5G shit, that is all the way fucked up. All right? And these are their scientists. Let me get that passage. These are their whistleblowers. These are their whistleblowers. Let me get this passage in the book of Psalms 64. This is what's going on in the kingdom of men. The kingdom divided can't stand, and that's what's going on amongst the nation of Edom, the so-called white men. They're no longer Confederate. They are a nation divided. Okay. Here we go. This is Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All right. And that's what these scientists doing. They're whistleblowing. All right. They're exposing the wicked Edomites. They wicked Edomites too, but they saying, look, man, these guys are lying. They telling you this 5G and these Cavassier 19 tranquilizers are not going to have no effect. All right. They're perfectly healthy and harmless. These guys' tongues are falling themselves, and they're exposing these guys saying, look, man, these guys are lying, man. All right, all Dr. Fauci and all these so-called experts they put on these mainstream media outlets, they're all telling you lies. They're well-paid liars. All that see them shall flee away, and that's what's going on right now. People waking up. People like, I'm not getting that tranquilizer. All right, anything they tell us good is bad. All right, and anything they tell you is so-called bad is good. Look, they demonize us and call us terrorists, domestic terrorists. And we're out here for your good, according to Jeremiah, the 18th chapter, like Jeremiah told the nation of Israel. You see what I'm saying? So this is what's going on in the kingdom of men. All right? They're exposing one another. Okay? So let me get the next clip. What happens? All right, when a so-called conspiracy theorist nut says happens, when you when this tranquilizer and these 5G waves intermingle. All right, this is this guy's hypothesis. All right, and they're demonizing this guy. I'm not gonna read the whole article. You know what? I'm gonna go up. All right, you have a guy from the nation of Ishmael. He says that these tranquilizers are unreal tranquilizers. His name is Abdul Alim Muhammad. Okay, and he's going viral for saying that these tranquilizers, when you keep taking them, you're gonna have some I Am Legend type shit happen, like when you look at that movie. Okay, so I'm gonna get what he said, and then I'm gonna go down to another clip. Okay, where's the point I wanted? Now this clip I'm reading is just the devil doing damage control. All right, now this is what this guy says, this Abdul guy. He said after the fourth dose, the human body is turned into a viral making factory. All right, all these people going to get these 1 dose, 2 dose, 3 dose of their Cavassier, all right, that attacks itself. And that's what, when you look at these movies, I forgot that movie we used to play. I ain't gonna say it was Tomb Raider. It was some where they showed how the virus will mutate in itself in the zombies. I forgot the name of that fucking movie with the chick. She was going around killing people and shit. All right, and they showed they give you a depiction how the virus just remakes itself, like this guy is saying. All right. And the fourth dose, the human body is turned to a viral making factory that attacks itself. Now, this is a USA Today clip, Akin. Okay. USA Today is doing what? Damage control. Okay. Untimely giving a rise to generation of zombies. A conclusion Muhammad claims is supported by the existence of the U.S. Center of Disease Control Prevention website dedicated to zombie preparedness. All right. And that's a fact. All right. Now, why would the CDC have a plan in play for zombie preparedness? Because I'm going to tell you what, all these fucking conspiracy theorists, so-called conspiracy theorists and whistleblowers are telling the truth. All right. The over 10 million video, the first minutes, which are from Muhammad's original Instagram video, and the rest of his news clips, from various outlets like CBS and Fox News has amassed nearly 10,000 interactions on Facebook, according to social media analytics platform Crowd Tangle. All right, now this is something. They canceled this guy's Facebook and Instagram, and that's what they're doing to anybody. You know, if you're on this video, I probably showed too much on this video. Okay, when you coming out here, they're making people offender for words. Scriptures are jumping off the book. So certain buzzwords you can't say. Okay. So when you out here telling the truth, all right, the buzzword, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. What did he say? That's misinformation. When he tell you something that's misinformation, all right, and you're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you know, all right, whatever he say is a lie, it must be the truth. And whatever he tell you the truth, it must be a lie. That's why wisdom is a defense. It tells you never trust thine enemy. You never believe nothing. It say, though his words are smoother than butter, war is in his heart. Okay? So this motherfucker is a liar, man. Okay? Now let me get this clip right here to show proof that the CDC does have, and this is a news clip. I think it's in Tampa Bay. All right? The CDC offers tips to survive zombie apocalypse just in case. All right? As 2021 progresses amid a global pandemic, and all of these things are connected. The pandemic, the 5G is all connected. Questions about a possible zombie apocalypse are swarming the internet. According to Nostradamus, 2021 will be packed with events that will forever shape the future of humanity. Now, we just read Matthew the 21st chapter to say we're going to see things that we've never seen, okay? All right, and even if Yahweh Shem Shai didn't interject, no flesh will be saved, okay? So let me get this other clip, all right? To show the effects. I'm going to go back to the one I just read. All right, I'm going to go back to this one to show the effects, all right, of 5G and how it synchronizes with these doses. Those radioactive waves are going to synchronize with these nanobites that's in your body from those tranquilizers. Numerous recent scientific publications have shown that EMF affects living organisms as levels well below most international and national guidelines. Effects include increased cancer risk, cellular stress, increase in harmful free radicals, genetic damages, structural and functional changes of the reproductive system, learning and memory deficits, and neurological disorders. All right. Now let me get the one for neurological disorders. That's the one I want. I know I had put some on here for neurological disorders. If I did, I'll just type it in. Let's see what a neurological disorder is. All right. Neurological disorders are medically defined as disorders that affect the brain as well as the nerves found throughout the human body and the spinal cord. Okay? Structural, biochemical, all right? These nanobites from that tranquilizer is most definitely a biochemical or electro abnormalities. Those 5G towers cause magnet abnormalities. So that's what we just read, what those scientists say, in the brain, spinal cord, or other nerves can result in a range of symptoms. All right. Now look, when you look at zombies act basically like somebody with rabies. Now let's see if rabies is a neurological disorder. Okay. This is not far-fetched to believe, all right? Now, this is a definition for rabies. The virus is transmitted in the saliva of an infected animal, all right? And in this case, this tranquilizer, all right, is doing the same thing. A rabbit is going to eventually do the same thing. That's my hypothesis of this data I've come up with. And, have a lot of people that believe this. It's a lot of people. It's not far-fetched to believe, man, all right? And it reads, the virus is transmitted in the saliva of an infected animal. From the point of entry, usually a bite, the rabies virus travels along the nerves, all right? That's neurological, the spine cord, and the brain, where it multiplies. Didn't that guy, the guy that they deem a conspiracy theorist nut, say that the fourth dose will multiply? All right, doing the same thing rabies does. From there, it travels along the nerve to the salivary glands and to the saliva. Once the rabies virus reaches the spinal cord and brain, rabies is almost always fatal. Okay. Now let's see how do people act, how animals act, and get the definition of this word madness. All right, on rabies, okay? Madness, the state of being mentally ill, especially severely, extremely foolish behavior, a state of frenzy or chaotic activity. All right, all of these, this word for madness is, especially the last definition that I read, a state of frenzy or chaotic activity. All right, you trying to eat a person is a state of frenzy or chaotic activity. All right, somebody foaming at the mouth in a zombie state, trying to eat people like a fucking cannibal. All right, being a fucking cannibal is the state of being mentally ill, especially severely. All right, it's not far-fetched, Akim, that this tranquilizer mixed with this motherfucking this 5G technology is gonna zombify all these people, man. And it's fine out because it's written. Let me get this passage. All right, now let's see. I'm gonna get this passage with King David. Bear with me. Get this passage. We're gonna see what it said about King David. All right. Where's the scripture? Okay. All right. This is the book of 1 Samuel 21 and 15. All right. Let's go. And I'm going to start up around 12. All right. This is when David, one of them heathen kings, all right? I don't know if it was the king of Moab or the king of the Philistines. It's one of them. I think Gath, that's where the Philistines dwell, okay? And David laid up these words in his heart and was so afraid of Achish, the king of Gath. And he changed his behavior before him and feigned himself mad in their hands. Now let's see what he did when he was mad. He scrabbled on the doors of the gate and let spit fall down upon his beard. All right. He was acting abnormal. Okay. He was acting like a brute beast. Then said Ashton to his servants, let you see this man is mad. Wherefore then have you brought him to me? Have I need of a madman? And ye have bought this fellow to play mad in my presence? And this fellow coming to his house? So David was acting like he was out of his fucking mind, spitting and scraping on the door, all right? Acting like a person that was out of his wits, didn't have any logic, any reason. He was acting like a madman, all right? Now, this is what the scriptures say the spirit of men going to be in this final hour, all right? And you look at a fucking zombie movie, okay? Because killers still have conscience. I'm going to show you how. Killers, when they go on rampages, they still have a conscience when they do certain things. And I thought this was the one that had the Apocrypha. Bear with me, Aki. Scoop this up some. All right. Whoa. Bear with me, Aki. I pulled up the wrong Bible app. Thought I had the one with KJV with Apocrypha. And I don't. Okay. Bear with me. All right. This is what I want. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 71. And it's written. Okay. All right. I'm going to start off in verse 70. For there shall be in every place, in every next city, a great insurrection upon them that fear the Lord. All right? And the people of the earth, this is talking about everybody on the earth. And they shall be madmen, sparing none, but spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. When they say they shall be like madmen, sparing none, all right, when a killer kills, you know, you still have killers with conscience that say, I'm not going to kill a child. All right? I'm not going to kill the old people. I'm not going to kill the women. All right, people are going to be in a state where they're not going to spare any. All right, the Most High is going to put them in a mindset where there will be no conscience. All right, people are going to be detached from reality. All right, because it's written that if the Most High didn't intervene, no flesh will be saved. So people are going to be in the mindset of rabid dogs, rabid animals, a rabid lion. Okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 9. All right, verse 4. And it reads, and the Lord said to him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all abomination in the midst thereof. All right? And that mark is a mark of exemption, all right? The Most High is going to let these calamities overpass the men of the Lord that has been serving them diligent in truth and sincerity. And the other said in mine hearing, go ye after them through the city, and let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. All right, now look, these angels is not going to come out and descend in physical form and kill people. All right, these angels are going to put lunatic spears on people and have people devouring and killing one another. All right? And it says, slay old, young, both maids and little children and women. Both, but come not upon him that has the mark. Now, when it say old, young, both maids and little children, that's a madman. That's a maniac. All right? That's how zombies get down. The zombie just see anybody moving. You look at the movies. One of the movies on they got a series on Netflix right now. What's the name of that thing, son? We were just looking at it today. It's a bunch of gooks, a bunch of Moabites on there, and they just at a high school, and they just slaying each other, killing each other. That was motivation for me to do this sit down, man. All right, because they just keep making those movies over and over and over, man. All right, and those are not madmen that are sparing none? Are those not those that are having no mercy on both young, old, maid, and little children? All right. Yeah, the name of it is All of Us Are Dead. All right. And that's just what's going to happen. Okay. And this is the spirit they're going to be in. All right. They're going to be in the spirit of this is what that 5G Courvoisier tranquilizer, when it intermingles, is going to put the people in the spirit of a Wendigo psychosis. Check this motherfucker out. And the Wendigo is a spirit, all right? A wicked spirit, all right? In the early 20th century, the term Wendigo is found way in Western medical vocabulary. It was used by psychiatrists to refer to a mental condition in which patients felt possessed by cannibalistic desires. Now, when you go to Revelation, the 7th chapter, hold up. Let me get it. All right. This is Revelation 7. I ain't trying to do that. Salakia. All right, 7, verse 7. All right, now here we go. All right. No, I need Revelation 7:1. Salakia. All right, Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, north, south, east, and west, holding the 4 winds of the earth. That they should. These winds is destruction. These are destroying winds. Okay, these winds represent destruction, calamity. All right, that's what they're holding back. That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. All right, so you got to understand, when you look at humans can't resist the will of demon spirits and angels. All right, nobody can make crooked what the Most High has made straight, or vice versa. So if the Most High put the spirit on the man to serve him, that man can't withstand that spirit that the Most High put on him to serve him. If you predestined to be the elect, you're going to do, when the Most High put a spirit on you, you're going to carry it out. When the Most High put a lunatic spirit on you, all right, plague you in your mind, you can't fight those demons. You can't fight those spirits. So when the Most High put these spirits and imps on people, all right, that's them judging them. No one can resist a spirit, all right, a foul spirit, unless you're dealing with, you have the protection of Yahweh Shema Shah. Because what did Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, just say? Put that mark on those that sigh and cry. Now, if you don't have that mark, when these spirits of vengeance, all right, that's coming to lay sword strokes on man, scourges for amendment, to appease the wrath of him that created him, fall on people. This is what's going to make the people spoil one another, kill each other. This is what's going to make the Egyptians slay the Egyptians. Okay? So he's putting a spirit on all of humanity to fear the government. The government put out mandates. People go follow those mandates. All right? When you go to this devil and you follow these mandates, what is he going to do? He's going to pollute you. All right? And he's going to zombify your motherfucking ass, man. All right? So when you go back over here, this devil be into all this left-handed magic. He know about this Wendigo spirit, man. All right? These devils and these psychiatrists know that people that have seizures, epilepsy, all of that shit, they know that this is motherfucking demonic possession. They just put their science and they come over it and try to water it down with their sciences, okay? With their well eloquent speaking witch doctors, all right? And the people that have been led astray about them, they believe whatever they say. All right. Why would Wendigo psychosis, a malevolent spirit that the ancients were dealing with? Why is that in modern medicine? The devil, this so-called white man, the elites know that these spirits are real. Okay. It was used by early psychiatrists to refer to a mental condition in which patients felt possessed by cannibalistic desires. All right. Oblate missionary J.E. Sandian was the first to use the term in the 1920s while working in a Cree community in the western James Bay area. And the Cree were that was Gad, all right? But this was a missionary, and he saw this shit, okay? There he met a woman who claimed that she saw strangers who wanted to kill and devour her. Sandian referred to the woman's mental condition as a psychoneurosis, all right? And you see this psychosis, this Wendigo psychosis is what these fucking zombies have. If you want to put a medical term on them, okay? And when they put these fucking, see, it's gonna get farther than 5G technology. 6G about to hit the fucking scene in this final hour, all right? Everybody's locked in on 5G, but what's the number of that man? 6, all right? A mental or behavior disorder characterized by depression and anxiety. All right. When you put on radio frequencies, that shit fucks people's minds up. They have them going crazy, man. Esau has done these case studies. He's a mad scientist. He's brought people in his laboratories and fucked with people's minds and tested them to see how they react. Okay. Over time, the condition came to be known as Wendigo psychosis. However, whether it is a real affliction is still a highly disputed discussion among the medical community. But the elites know it's real. And the elites know what to do. The elites, what they're ready to do, they're ready to put that shit in all of humanity and have humanity gone out of their wits so they could bring down population control, so they could wipe out whole cities. All right. What did they do in those cities when they say the people the people are affected by the disease, the infected? They'll blow the whole city up. All right. The army will come in and just blow that bitch up. What Esau say he want to do? He want to get the population of humanity down to 500,000. When you look at movies like Contagion, so on and so forth, all right, this is him calling himself prophesying, man. All right. He prophesies through Hollywood with that left-handed magic. All right. However, I just read that. Now look. All right. Now we seeing the effects of 5G. What 240 scientists came together and got their own money together and did and did their own case studies, and they say the shit's fucked up. It's gonna fuck people up. But look what the devil is doing now. He's getting the 6G network bought out. Now you see all of the negative shit they said about 5G. So what is gonna happen when 6G hit the sand? Hit the masses? Because people going crazy out. I want to get the 5G this. I want to get the 5G that. All right. So these are nothing but mindless consumers. Goyim here in America, they're gonna go crazy for the 6G. All right. All of the birds gonna be falling out the air. There's gonna be no more insects. People are going to be having sadistic lunatic spirits on them, and no one's going to put these things together. All right? In telecommunications, 6G is the 6th generation standard currently and will likely be significantly faster, like its predecessors. Salakia. 6G networks will probably be broadband cellular networks, which the services are divided into small geographical areas called cells. Several companies, Nokia, Edison, Huawei, Samsung, LG, Apple, XME, as well as other countries, China, India, Japan, and Singapore, have shown interest in 6G networks. And all of them are going to bring it out, okay? 6G networks are expected to exhibit even more heterogeneity, all right, and be even more diverse. Now, look, I hate to sound redundant, but we saw what those scientists say, all of the ill effects. So if it's going to, what Esau is going to tell you, it's going to be more, you're going to be able to do more things with it. All right, when Esau does something good, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He's going to tell you, you're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to walk on water. You're going to be able to be in a cyber world and play cyber games. All right? You're going to be able to have on your cyber glasses, and you can just be on the computer and do things like this. He's going to tell you all the perks, but he's not going to tell you the bad things these things are going to happen to you. Because you got to remember, you're going to turn into a cyborg around this motherfucker. He wants to chip everybody. He wants to turn everybody into cyborgs where he can have full control. We have full control. No, we don't. We have, but you can control your PlayStation, so on and so forth. But he has full control over these high-tech vehicles they have right now. Man, Esau, if he can control a drone from another fucking country, another fucking city, how much more this devil can control your car while you driving that bitch? People be wanting, I got this new 2020 this, 2020 that. Man, Esau could be somewhere and take control of that motherfucking car and run your ass in a motherfucking tree. But nobody thinks outside of the box. Everybody in this society is incapable of thinking critically and analytically, man. All right, that's why he say he's darkened the minds of the inhabitants, man. He's put this covering cast over the planet Earth, and these people don't know if they're going or coming. They're mad. Then their predecessors are likely to support applications beyond current mobile use scenarios, such as virtual and augmented reality. See, that's what I was talking about, the augmented reality. Okay. Ambiguous instant communications, pervasive intelligence, and the internet of things. Like that virtual and augmented reality. That means like how now we be on 5G and you can get on Duo and talk to somebody. You'll be able to do something and the screen just be right here in your fucking face. All right, what you call that shit? With Snoop Dogg and Tupac did that concert, and he had I forgot what you call that shit. And it was like his physical body was there. I forgot what you call it. All right, that's that virtual and augmented reality. Like your mama could be in Texas, you in Florida, but she'll be talking to you, but it'll be like she in 3D. You looking at it in her kitchen and y'all talking to one another. All right. That's what that 6G gonna bring. Damn, what they call it? A hologram. A fucking hologram. All right. That's gonna bring in that fucking hologram where you looking at the person and y'all, it's like y'all looking face to face. This motherfucker cross seas somewhere. All right. He want to be like the Most High. See, when we get these new bodies, all right, everything he's trying to do on the left-hand side, we're going to be able to do it. Like if your brother is on one side of the hemisphere and you're on another side of the hemisphere, you go through a wormhole and be with him just like that. All right? We're going to be able to appear like the movie Jumper. You just appear, boom, we there, right there. We're going to be able to do the things that he's trying to do. Okay? And what else did I have? I think that's all, folks. All right. And see that Wendigo psychosis, all right, that shit is going to be implemented with these fucking tranquilizers, and he turned up those 6G towers, okay? Fuck a 5G tower. We're going to turn up that 6G shit, and they had a movie called Cell with, I forgot the name of that guy. I think Samuel Jackson was in that movie, where those towers turn everybody into fucking zombies, man. All right? That shit is going to happen, man. All right? So with that, I want to give infinite honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Hara Kakadash. We give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shah. Kwam Yasharala, Abba, Abba.